that came out earlier this year are an absolute fantastic way of experiencing content on the go from your smartphone. But what if I told you that now ROKID is actually providing us the ability of taking our Android TV experience on the go with, a perfect example, the combination with the ROKID Max. This is TK and this is my review of the ROKID Station that provides us an Android TV on the go solution that fits in our pocket. Let's check it out. Like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos on the channel. So here we have the packaging. This is the ROKID Station. Again, it's made by ROKID, the same company that made the ROKID Max. Now, we covered this in an earlier video, of course. Now what we're talking about is the experience that is moved to the next level and introducing the ROKID Station. This is, for all intents and purposes, an Android TV box and a power bank and a video output source that you're able to basically connect to these glasses and provide you an experience of an Android TV on the go. Nicely also done. This is the world's first Google certified streaming box for AR glasses that is made possible, that allows us to actually have the Google Play Store and everything that's built in there that normally comes in on our TV in this portable solution that also works as a very nice 5,000 milliampere power bank. You can charge up other devices from it. And also makes it really nice because now you can run your glasses straight from it without having to worry about an additional power source. Now this obviously is made to work with this remote. It does actually have a couple of functionalities that are very similar. You'll notice there's the home, the back, the apps, and of course the main experience is the volume rockers here on the section as opposed to here where we have it on the left side. We have basically a D-pad as well as a functional button here for the Google Assistant, power button, and of course the microphone that's positioned there. We don't have the Google Assistant functionality here. We do have basically a power button that if I press it here, gives me access to see how much battery level I have on this battery pack. This has actually, again, a 5,000 milliampere. We have the ROKID section here. This is just for all intents and purposes just sitting there. We have two ports on the bottom. We have an HDMI port, let it focus, and a power port. This is purely for power, so you're going to be using the USB-C cable that's provided in there to charge it. And this also will be used with the HDMI cable that we're going to be using to connect to our device. Other than that, it's pretty much straightforward. D-pad, functional button in the middle, everything works great. When you're setting it up for the first time, you do need to pair the remote directly in here because this provides you the ability of using the microphone, the Google Assistant, and some of the other functionalities. Afterwards, you're able to use it directly with this, or you can actually connect it and use it directly with the remote. It makes it very functional on the go. You can basically just take whatever solution works for you best. Now, when it comes down to the remote, this is pretty much what comes in the box. There is no batteries. You do need to provide its own batteries in the back, and it's pretty straightforward. You just basically pop it up from the back, put in the two batteries, and then you're ready to go. Now, on the ROKID Station, you'll notice right there, ROKID Station present there, ROKID, and of course, ROKID right there. And of course, this is where normally the ROKID Station would be coming in. Let's go ahead and keep it back in focus. And you have a couple of things that you're able to take out of here. So first, you have the HDMI cable. That's going to be the one that we connect directly to our device. And it is an HDMI to USB-C. So that one thing to keep in mind. And of course, the USB Type-C cable. Now this is going to be more so for charging the system. This is not going to be for connecting. As you notice, it's an A to C, not a C to C. Now lastly, you do get the user manual in here. It gives you the ability of configuring and getting this set up. There's no app that you need to download on anything. This is pretty much self-inclusive with Android TV built in here. You just need to set it up, connect it to an internet connection, and you're pretty much ready to go. Now, as I mentioned to you guys, the USB-C cable that we have in here is a very unique one. This is an HDMI. So we have an HDMI connector here built in directly that only fits. And of course, the converter that makes it allowing us to actually use the USB-C as a connection directly to our glasses. Now, conversely, I'm actually able to connect this to multiple different receivers. So basically a smart display or even some options that allow us to plug in a USB-C video input. This actually will work, but they're intended for glasses. So I think that's the best experience. As far as configuring and plugging it in, it's pretty straightforward. When you can see the word HDMI, that's the direction of the actual cable that you need to put it in, plug it in, and you're pretty much ready to go. The color right now of the light is orange. Unfortunately, it's not showing up very much orange in here for you guys. It's showing up more green. And this is essentially the standby mode. When I press the button on it a little bit, it's going to turn blue. As you notice, it changed a little bit of color. And now the actual system is on and providing video directly to the out port here. So this is going to be how we'll be able to see it. Now, as you can see there, that's the Android TV UI. It does come out with Android 12, but once I updated and got everything installed correctly, it actually did change the UI to look very much like Google TV, but this is still running Android TV at its core. And the experience here is definitely very unique. It's because it's portable and the fact that the ROKID Max gives us that large display viewable area. Now everything that we're using that we typically use at home, we're able to enjoy on the go. Meaning in the car, anywhere we're able to sit down and have a good stable internet connection, we're pretty much set to go. So you put on your glasses And then you basically have to pick and choose. Do you want to use it with the remote, or do you want to use the built-in configuration? Again, keep in mind, setting this up is no different than a regular Android TV. You just need to either set it up directly within the system UI. So as you're going through the setup process, you can use the configuration to set it up, or you can use your smartphone and configure it that way using the Google app. And that allows you to transfer your account, configure it to the Wi-Fi, essentially getting all your applications installed correctly. The UI is very much what you've seen before with Android TV. So you have basically your home, your live, your discover, and your apps. You have configuration. This has built-in Chromecast, which means I'm actually able to cast things directly to it from my phone. So if I want to be able to watch content directly from my phone, I can basically just cast to it as long as we're connected to the same Wi-Fi. I'm also able to basically launch applications, download applications from the Google Play Store, and configure them to the way I want them. Set up the the grid as far as where the apps are sitting, continuing, watching things, renting movies, and all of that stuff is done very nicely. Again, the biggest thing about this is that this is a portable solution. And what that means essentially is that now your TV and your Android TV are portable. So what we're seeing here essentially is bringing in the entire experience of mobile content consumption, and also the ability of playing games using this, because that's one thing that this actually also includes, which is Steam Link. Now, Steam Link runs over the same home Wi-Fi. You're able to connect to it and play games through it. Now, obviously, this is also going to play games that are available on the Google Play Store. The main thing I'll probably say, if you're playing games on this system, you need to play games that are compatible with basically D-pad configuration. And that means games like Vampire Survivor are always going to play very nicely here. And I was actually playing games and enjoying them straight off of my desktop PC, and I'm also able to stream them over the Wi-Fi. So that's the benefit there. So content consumption, gaming, and of course the ability of having that portable solution. This not only works as a power bank directly to run the actual glasses themselves, but it also works with your device if you want to be able to charge up from it. 5,000 milliampere, and it's not running anything else other than Android TV. So if you're sitting in standby mode, you're not going to have any problems there. I think the biggest benefit here is the ability of basically going and sitting around the house anywhere I want and still be able to enjoy Android TV and all of my channels, all my apps, everything that I have normally configured in there on the go without having to worry about missing a beat. One of the best benefits of this system is that it takes the compatibility issue with the ROKID AR glasses out of the conversation, because in the past we had to make sure that our device had video output. It has to have the right USB-C connection for us to be able to use our smartphone with it. What this solution provides us is the ability of actually taking that conversation out. We do need internet from our smartphone, but that's a hotspot configuration that all smartphones have. But we don't have to worry anymore about that USB-C port, meaning I can actually watch content while, let's say, my son can use the phone, or vice versa. I can be using my phone in the car, we're driving, and my son's sitting in the back using the AR glasses, and he's watching his favorite content on the actual ROKID station. So you kind of have to see the benefit of what this system allows us to do. What I like about it is that it works seamlessly with the ROKID Max AR glasses, but one thing to keep in mind, this will work with any other glasses. So let's say other manufacturers that have USB-C video input, this is going to work just as good. The benefit of what you're getting there is that portability and the functional options that you get in there. To round it up, that 5,000 milliampere battery not only allows us to power the glasses when we're watching them, but if let's say you want to juice up your phone, you're also able to charge up your phone with the USB-C to C connection from the USB-C port on the ROKID station. As far as configuration and everything you're able to do, for the most part, almost everything that's available in the Google Play Store is going to work here, with the exception of Netflix. For some reason, at this time, it's not available. My hope is that it becomes available later on, but currently it's not available, and we're not also able to cast it to the ROKID station. So the ROKID station has a built-in Chromecast, as Android TV has, but unfortunately it doesn't see it right now. So again, hopefully in the near future, or at some point in the future, this becomes available. But I had Disney Plus, Pluto TV, I have YouTube TV, I have YouTube Music. All of the stuff that I normally use on my Android TV worked great. Steam Link worked really good with my PC. You just have to configure it, put in the pin. As long as they're paired, you're able to launch it and use it automatically. And as you see there with Vampire Survivors, it works really nice. And of course, you can also download games directly from the Google Play Store. Just keep in mind the D-pad configuration. So they have to be basically D-pad configurable games. Otherwise, you're going to need to pair a keyboard and mouse, and those are functional, but it depends on how your gaming experience is going to go. So with that being said, I do want to say thank you very much to ROKID for not only providing me the ROKID Max. Again, the glasses themselves work really, really nice. These are the latest edition glasses that they released. And of course, the ROKID Station, with the combination between the two, now you're not only, again, you're taking your TV and your Android TV with you on the go wherever you are. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support. And of course, thank you to ROKID for sponsoring this video. I'll see you in the next one.